Hi everyone, Kelly Stone here, founder of Women's Lifelink, Journey to Purpose coach, and passionate messenger to women. This month we're having a very special challenge on Women's Lifelink. Now normally we talk a lot about self-improvement, and of course we encourage women all over the world. But this month we're going a little bit deeper into getting some reader involvement and goal setting and some accountability. And as a part of the challenge, really it started for me as a blogging challenge that was supposed to require me to post something to the website once a day for the 31 days of March. But what I really wanted to do was to bring my readers on board with me, so I decided to do the New You in 31 Days challenge. Now, I have a confession to make. As a part of my personal growth and challenge, I am making this very first inaugural video and posting it to the website. I've been absolutely terrified to do this for years. I've been writing and teaching and speaking to women for over 5 years, but I've actually never sat down and made a video. And that is why this young lady to my right, she's joining me. This is my daughter Lyric. And she's joining me because she's helping me overcome my fear. And I'm going to ask her a couple questions just to really show you how simple and how complicated fears can really be. Lyric, why did you join us today?
Because I love my mom and I want to help her face all of her fears.
Oh, that's sweet. Well, interestingly, Lyric, she's five and a half, and over the course of her 5 years, she's really had, just the normal childhood fears like fear of the dark, fear of spiders, just new things to her, and nothing.
Most funniest ever fear, afraid of the dark.
Afraid of the dark. I know, it's pretty funny, isn't it? Well, until recently, those childhood fears really didn't seem unreasonable to me at all, but sometime last year she developed a fear that seemed a little strange because it involved bugs, which that wasn't the strange part. The interesting thing was it involved her being in the car. And keep in mind, nothing has ever happened to her in the car. She's always been, loved to go places, and actually even had ant friends and ladybug friends. So, the bug thing really wasn't, a huge problem for her. But sometime last year, she developed this intense, overwhelming fear of being in the back seat of the car by herself. And when we finally asked her some questions about it, she revealed to us that it was due to a fear that bugs were going to get her or somehow be in the car with her in the back seat, and we wouldn't be able to help her. Lyric, can you tell us a little bit more about your fear?
My fear started when Dad was taken to work and I saw a bug and I had no idea how it went in there, so I had to sit in the front seat.
So how do you feel when you're scared?
I feel like very, very scared.
What is it? Does it make you feel like you don't want to be in the car at all?
Yes.
What kinds of things is your fear keeping you from doing?
Driving in back seat or like going somewhere short and I'll just get in the car like so fast.
Wow. So you would really like to overcome that fear, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Do you have any ideas of how that might happen?
I have no idea because all the windows were sealed shut, even the doors, and the bug just crawled right next to me, and I had no idea how it got in there,
Okay.
into that car.
Well, the reason why I told this story was primarily because for a long time, for months this has been going on, and it's really caused, a little bit of a problem when we want to go places, where it's just you know, her, my husband and I, or, you know, 3 of us in the car without the other children. And I actually have to sit in the back seat with her, or let her sit in the front seat, and I have to sit in the back seat, or my husband sits in the back seat. So, you know, it's a little bit complicated, a little bit, you know, different situation that we have to, you know, provide for her, you know, so she feels safe. But what I got to thinking, you know, in my mind, I thought, you know, how unreasonable this fear is. And, you know, I wasn't angry at her, but I felt like, you know, that what is the deal? You know, why do you have this intense fear? Nothing's happened. It's not really based on anything. And the other day I got to thinking, I really was doing the same thing with shooting video. You know, this one thing, I mean, I've done so many things, just, you know, things where I have to go out there speaking on stage, or, you know, teaching in front of people. I've done all those things, and most people are terrified of those things. Well, then the video, I started thinking about the video, you know, nothing ever happened to me while getting videotaped. I mean, the tripod never fell on me. I you know, people didn't laugh. I mean, nothing happened to justify my fear either. So I really had a revelation concerning her fear, that really it is just in our mind. It's a decision to be afraid of something. And, you know, I primarily wanted to, you know, take this opportunity to teach a little bit and share my ideas about these types of fears. And, you know, in our mind, you know, we decide what we're afraid of. Lyric has decided what she's afraid of. She's decided that she's afraid of that bugs will come into the car. And that is what she's decided. And until she changes her mind, then she will still have that fear. And this particular fear for me of making the video, I decided that it was time for me to stop avoiding it, to stop stalling, to stop being a big baby about it, really, because there's nothing but things to gain by my doing this. So I just realized that I changed my mind, and I did do that with a little help from, you know, certain people in my life. And that was a point also with children, or, you know, anybody who has fears. Sometimes it takes encouragement, it takes even therapy, coaching, those types of things to really bring you to a point where you can change your mind and follow through with the event, or the, you know, the thing that you're afraid of. And with that ability to decide that strongly about something, our minds are very powerful in that it makes it real. Our minds actually make that fear real to us. So in an essence, just by being afraid of something, we are feeling the emotion that we would feel if that thing actually happened to us. As though, you know, that bug was chasing us in the car, or, you know, you're standing in front of a crowd and everybody laughs at you, or, you know, you fall over into a ditch, or you have a car accident. Those fears, when you're scared, you feel every bit of that emotion. And in some cases, a lot of people believe that with intense emotions that we actually create our reality, and that things can actually happen that have something to do with what we're afraid of. So, you know, it's kind of one of those enough is enough moments, you know, where you finally decide, I'm tired of living below my potential. I'm tired of being afraid. I'm tired of missing opportunities. I'm tired of being sick. I'm tired of you know, ruining my relationships, or you know, not having the success that you truly want to. And, you know, this particular moment for me is very special, because I feel like it's something that will propel me into greater success with helping women all over the world. Because if you can actually see my face and you hear me speaking, then you can connect to me more, and I can connect to you more. And that's all I really have wanted all these years. So, you know, why did I resist this all these years? I don't have a reasonable explanation for that. However, I'm doing it now, so, you know, that's what's important. And I encourage you to just, you know, think of you know, what your fears are, maybe even write them down, get very specific, and begin to try to understand, you know, what is it that's keeping me from changing my mind about those things, and take some steps forward. You know, if it's you know, speaking in front of people, then, you know, gather a couple of your best friends and, you know, just, hey, you know, do you mind listening to me, you know, do this little skit or do this little speech? And just, you know, put yourself in that situation, and, you know, the worst thing that can happen, you know what, you mess up. Well, you know, you didn't see all the takes that I took before, you know, getting this one, and this one may not be that great either, but at least I did it, and I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of Lyric for, you know, coming and helping me today. So, I encourage you to begin to address your fears and begin to figure out some ways that maybe you might be able to change your mind. And if you ever have any questions about anything that I speak about on the video blogs or on the website, and please don't hesitate to email me or, you know, leave a comment on the website. And I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm honored every day that I get to speak to you, whether it's in word or on video, and I will certainly be doing more of this. And until then, I just be you. Thank you.